Behind the laughter and countryside chaos of Clarkson's farm, there's a side of Kaleb Cooper the cameras rarely capture, one torn between duty as a farmer and love as a fiancé. And in his new book, Kaleb has revealed one of the most emotional and hilarious moments of his farming life, the day he tried to sell his sheep and nearly lost his relationship in the process. Kaleb Cooper shot to fame as Jeremy Clarkson's no-nonsense farmhand, stealing the show with his quick wit, stubborn streak, and deep farming know-how. But in his fourth book, Kaleb's Farm Tales, Escaping Animals and Runaway Tractors, the 27-year-old opens up about a deeply personal decision that left his fiancée, Tia, absolutely furious. Sometimes you have to make difficult decisions when you're a farmer, he writes. There's no room for being a big softy. Farm animals are not pets. And that mindset led Kaleb to what he thought was a purely business decision, selling his sheep. It all began innocently enough when, in the early days of their relationship, Kaleb gifted Tia a sheep named Stumpy. It seemed like a sweet gesture, until Stumpy had lambs, and those lambs had lambs, and soon 8 mischievous sheep were tearing around the farm. To make matters worse, Kaleb was also helping Jeremy Clarkson with his own flock at the time, a chaotic experience that left him exasperated. Those sheep of his were even more stupid than my sheep, Kaleb admitted. They were really doing my head in. Overwhelmed, he decided enough was enough. The sheep had become, in his words, a right pain in the neck. So he arranged for a lorry to take them away. One by one, the sheep went up the ramp. Stumpy was the last, tilting her head at Kaleb as if to ask what was happening. It was then that Kaleb heard a yell, the unmistakable voice of Tia. She stormed over, eyes blazing. "Sorry, Tia," I said, taking a deep breath. "This is a business decision," Kaleb recalled. Her reply was ice cold. "Open that door and let them out if you want what's best for your well-being." Kaleb said her voice was so fierce it nearly knocked him over. She reminded him that Stumpy was a gift, not livestock. "They are not pets," Kaleb insisted. "They are family," she countered. In that moment, Kaleb realized she was right. Once you've given an animal a name, it's very hard to see it as just a way of making money, he wrote. So he slumped his shoulders, waved off the driver, and opened the lorry door. The sheep let back down the ramp, racing to their paddock. And just like that, the hard-nosed farmer's heart won out over his business instincts. As it turned out, Kaleb admits it wasn't a hard decision after all.